Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're stepping into the realm of nature itself. Our focus is on one of the most radiant and unpredictable tanks in Hero Wars, Alliance, Aurora, the Dominion's legendary paladin warrior. She's been dazzling players with her crystal-powered skills, her unmatched dodge mechanics, and her ability to punish enemies who dare to rely too heavily on magic. But make no mistake, Aurora is not just a wall of defense, she is a walking storm of light, control, and retaliation. Today, we'll break down Aurora in detail, her skills, her items of rank, her skins, glyphs, artifacts, the gift of the elements, talismans, team synergies, and of course, how to counter her. If you've ever struggled against this rainbow-shielded warrior or wondered how to maximize her potential, stay tuned, because we're about to dive deep into what makes Aurora truly shine. If you're playing Hero Wars Alliance on Android, now's your chance to save big with Huawei's AppGallery. For a limited time, you can get up to 25% off the Golden Pass and receive 15% back in Huawei Points on every purchase, every day. This special campaign runs until October 1st, 2025, so act quickly. Just click the link in the description and download the game through AppGallery. Your game progress is completely safe, simply link your Google or AppGallery account, and you'll pick up right where you left off. Make sure your device country settings are supported, including Austria, Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Ireland, Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Switzerland, Spain, Turkey, Ukraine, United Kingdom, and more. Don't miss these exclusive rewards. Tap the link and power up your Hero Wars Alliance journey today. Let's start with her skills, the beating heart of Aurora's design. Her first skill is Crystal of Synergies. At first glance, the name might sound like something soft and glittery, but don't be fooled. When this skill activates, a powerful flash of light detonates at the center of the enemy team, striking all enemies in range. The damage depends on Aurora's magic attack stat, and if her magic penetration is built properly, this skill can burn through squishy backliners with frightening efficiency. Pair her with Alvanna's first skill, Runes of Ice, and suddenly you've got a deadly combo, slowed down enemies taking burst after burst of magical pain. It's control, damage, and disruption all in one crystal explosion. Her second skill is Crystalline Onslaught. With this, Aurora lashes out at a nearby target, stunning and damaging them. Stun is one of the most powerful control mechanics in the entire game, and Aurora's ability to chain this into fights means she can disrupt ultimates, break enemy tempo, and shut down key frontline threats. When combined with allies like Mushy and Shroom, who thrive on buying time to ramp up healing and damage, Aurora turns the battlefield into her playground. She slows you, stuns you, and gives her allies a chance to dominate. Her third skill, Piercing Light, is another reminder that Aurora is more than just a shield. She casts a spark of light that rips through enemies in a straight line, damaging all rivals in its path. Unlike her first skill, which detonates in the middle of the enemy formation, this one acts like a precision beam, slicing through lines and hitting multiple targets. In practice, that means your backline isn't safe. Low health and low magic defense enemies get burned fast, and when you combine this with her stunning control, Aurora applies pressure across the entire field, front to back. And then comes her iconic Rainbow Halo. This passive is what makes Aurora one of the hardest tanks to deal with when facing magic-heavy opponents. The Halo is a shield that absorbs 80% of all incoming magic damage. Once it soaks up enough, it explodes, punishing nearby enemies with a blast of damage. Think about what that means: every little tick of Mushy and Shroom mushrooms, every zap from Zesha, every stream from Celeste, they're all charging Aurora's rainbow shield. And when it bursts, it's like a magical counterpunch straight to the enemy's face. This skill makes her the bane of magic-based teams, especially when timed right. Now let's move into how to build Aurora effectively. She is a tank hero, belongs to the Way of Nature faction, and stands firmly on the front line. Building her correctly is what separates a shining paladin from a fragile glass tank. Starting with items of rank. Aurora thrives on dodge and health, two stats that make her incredibly slippery and durable at the same time. You want to focus on items like the Primordial Word, the Book of Prophecies, and the Cosmic Tremor during the Violet rankings. As you move into the orange tiers, prioritize the Trickster's Cane, the Oppressor's Crown, and the Evil Genius Cuirass. By the time she reaches orange +3 or +4, she's more than ready for mid-game dominance. Those ranks ensure she has enough survivability and dodge to handle sustained pressure from physical teams while still leveraging her magic penetration for offensive bursts. Next up are her skins. Aurora has 6 skins available. Default Skin, Dodge Skin, Health Skin, Armor Skin, Magic Penetration Skin, another Health Skin with A+ version. Here's the optimal order of priority. First, prioritize her Dodge Skin. Aurora is unique because she relies on dodge far more than traditional defensive stats like armor or magic defense. This skin amplifies her survivability against physical attackers, making her extremely frustrating for crit-heavy or marksman-focused teams. Next, push her health skin, because after dodge, raw survivability is what keeps Aurora standing on the front line long enough to protect her allies. Follow this with her second health skin for even more durability. Once her tankiness is stable, go for the magic penetration skin. This adds teeth to her offense, making her first and third skills truly punishing to enemies with average magic defense. After that, level her default skin. It complements her build by increasing her main stat and boosting both survival and damage a little bit at the same time. And last comes the armor skin. While useful, it's less important compared to dodge and health. Aurora doesn't rely on raw armor to survive, she thrives on avoiding damage altogether. If she ever receives another dodge or health skin in the future, those immediately become her maximum priority. Now let's talk about glyphs. Aurora's glyphs are Magic Attack, Health, Magic Penetration, Dodge, Strength. The correct path is straightforward. Start with her Dodge Glyph, since this is the stat that defines her survivability in the mid-game. Next, go for health to expand her durability across all damage types. Then focus on strength, which further scales her health and survivability. After that, invest in magic penetration, which boosts her offensive power by allowing her skills to bypass enemy defenses. Finally, level her magic attack glyph to make her damaging skills hit even harder. Raise them all to around level 40 for the mid-game. That's the sweet spot unless you're aiming for full skill classes later on. Now let's move to her artifacts. Aurora's artifact set synergizes beautifully with her kit. Her weapon artifact grants dodge to the entire team whenever she uses her first skill. Her book artifact boosts her dodge and health. Her ring artifact boosts her main stat, strength. The order of priority is: first, her book artifact. Boosting dodge and health directly supports her role as a frontline tank, making this her most impactful artifact. Second, her ring artifact. Increasing strength not only improves her survivability but also gives her more scaling into the late game. Finally, her weapon artifact. While it's valuable for the team by spreading dodge, it's not as impactful as ensuring Aurora herself is unbreakable. Still, it's a nice layer of team-wide defense when leveled. On to the gift of the elements. This one is simple: max it out. Prioritize strength and health above all else. Aurora can be taken down if neglected, but when built properly, she becomes a wall of dodge and survivability. The gift of the elements gives her the backbone to stay alive and keep her shields and control flowing throughout long battles. Her talismans come next. Aurora's first talisman is strength and dodge, while her second is magic attack and magic penetration. Both are excellent, and both are worth investing in. The first enhances her role as a tank, making her more evasive and harder to bring down. The second sharpens her offensive edge, allowing her to deal real damage while still controlling fights. Even if you don't have them both, a properly leveled Aurora can still be extremely effective. But what about countering Aurora? Every hero has weaknesses, and despite her dodge and magical retaliation, Aurora is no exception. Chaba is a hard counter with wild hunger. By swallowing Aurora, he prevents her from soaking up magic damage and reflecting it back. If Aurora is the only frontline tank, Chaba can leave her entire team exposed. Rufus is another strong answer. With Reikashi's barrier, he absorbs all incoming magical damage, bypassing Aurora's reflected punishment, and essentially ignoring her offensive pressure. Faceless also plays a role here. With Power Throw, he can push Aurora back, disrupting her frontline positioning, and delaying her ability to shield and stun enemies nearby. Each of these heroes can disrupt Aurora's rhythm, proving that while she's powerful, she is not unbeatable. And that's it for today, Guardians. Aurora is one of the most versatile tanks in Hero Wars Alliance, a dazzling mix of dodge, control, and magical counterattacks. When built properly, she dominates teams that rely on magic, while her dodge mechanics make her a nightmare for physical teams. She shines brightest when paired with allies from the way of nature, but she can slot into many team compositions with great success. What do you think about Aurora? Do you use her as your frontline paladin, or do you prefer other tanks? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear about your experiences and strategies. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Olympus Alliance, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.